You're here because you want to know how this Black Radiance drugstore makeup is going to be looking for 2022, 2023. And I'm here because I done tried it out and I got some stuff to tell you about it. Period. Is you ready? Is you ready? Whole squad. Hello there, fabulous, and welcome back to the channel. Alyssa Simone is where I share with you all the helpful things that I is. Mainly, I'm a budget-friendly spender, and today is no different. We are going to do a beat on a budget. Per everything that I got it at Walmart, and it wasn't expensive. So, Black Radiance, I picked up the foundation. I picked up an eyebrow brush that has a smudger on the opposite side. I picked up this orange color corrector because when I'm color correcting dark spots, I use orange. I picked up this concealer to go underneath my eyes. This beautiful color pop-in palette. I've really been wanting to try to do color, as you can see on my eyes. So this palette, I'm going to show you guys that. This mascara. This pencil, because you know I don't do the pomades. If you know me, I ain't a guru. And then also this setting spray. I'm sorry, not setting spray. This setting powder, setting spray, which I'll tell you about later. And last but not least, this lip color. Also, we're going to be talking about dating in Atlanta, honey. And before we get into this video, can I just tell you, dating in Atlanta is so frustrating. And here's why. And I'm not shading anybody, but what I'm just saying, you'll see a man, you'll be like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. And then they'll get a little closer and it's like he has on press-ons and a purse. But the rest of it, let's get into it. So because I did not buy a primer, I'm gonna have to go ahead and use my e.l.f. primer. Oops. Okay, it's the Luminous Matte. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was telling you about how much I like matte makeup. Like, I like that cakey look, even though a lot of people don't like it. I do. So really quickly, my skin, very textured, very stressed, very much not drinking enough water, very much not eating correctly. Honey, this Thanksgiving, I can't even blame it on Thanksgiving. I cannot blame it on Thanksgiving. I just ain't been doing right. I just haven't. I haven't been doing right. How about y'all? How y'all been doing? What you're eating? And your water intake. Is it just me? Is it just me? Okay. Anyway, so kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about is dating in Atlanta. So I'm gonna go in and color correct. I haven't used color corrector in such a long time. What I used to do, brand new, ooh. What I used to do was actually take, okay, once I squeezed, some little water stuff came out. I'm gonna have to shake, rattle, and roll. But just to mix, oh no, it's so watery. I don't like that. But, at least some of the water got out. I don't need it too liquidy, you know what I'm saying? But I used to take a, okay, there we go. I used to take a, and I'm just gonna put this on my dark spots. Oh my gosh, guys, it's coming out watery. It's like the pigment is getting there. No, don't tell me. No. Already though? I'm not feeling you already. We're gonna just do some underneath my eyes. Like, you can't be this watery. Oh my gosh. Guys. Anyway, let's get back to our chat, okay? Okay, this is definitely not a 10 out of 10. I'll tell you that. We'll see how I feel about it. Maybe I just need to get some of the water coming out because the concealer that I use, that I actually like, it's done that before, but it's a little thicker consistency. I like the thicker consistency just because I feel like I can control it better. But anyway, I'm going in with orange to color correct. My face is just a mess right now, but I did, so texture is gonna be there. So it is just gonna be there. But I still wanted to try out this makeup because it is an affordable brand. and it's called Black Radiance. Don't know if it's black owned, but you know, they got the name Black in there, so it seemed like that's just they trying to make it seem like. But you know these companies, they really don't be owned by Black people. A lot of the time, they're really owned by non-Black people, which is just like, I don't have a problem with that because, you know, Black people are learning how to do business. They're coming up with stuff and then they're selling it and creating generational wealth in their family. So while it started off, a lot of them did start off as Black companies. They're Black business people, so they learned how to sell off. We just don't check to find out. I'm just kind of dabbing this stuff in a little bit. We just don't check to find out and see like, oh, okay, is this still a Black owned company? Because we just don't, because who has time for that? We only notice stuff when they start changing up formulas. And I know everyone who watches me is not Black because I don't just talk about like makeup. Like this is, I know I've been doing a lot of fashion, but this actually is a lifestyle channel. So it's just like my life on an affordable rate. So that's why we're doing this makeup today. But I do want to talk about dating, and I keep saying that we're gonna get around to this dating. We're gonna talk about this dating in Atlanta, honey. So let me tell y'all about this one guy, which I thought it was so cute. So you guys know I'm on a budget, so you know I'm kind of a hustler. So I have my regular 9 to 5, and then I like this mirror a little bit more. 1 second. So basically dating in Atlanta. Here we go, for real. So dating in Atlanta. So I have my regular 9 to 5, which I'm not gonna tell y'all what that is, but I also on the side, like I drive for like the food delivery companies, right? And so one day, me and my sister went to like a Black Women's Expo, but she also needed some money and I didn't have any extra money to give her. So I was like, oh, let me just go, you know, let me go ahead and do a few orders. Oh, okay. It's a stick. I don't know how fond I am of that. Hopefully I got the right color. My mom over there creeping in. I told her I was filming, be quiet, but people don't listen. And now she making noises. Anyway, so I'm out doing my deliveries, right? And me and my sister go to this expo. I was like, all right, cool. Let's see. No, this is not my color, but it's gonna be my color today. Period. And so, you know, I was looking cute. I'll pop up a little video that me and her took from the expo. Like we did like some reels and put them on our Instagrams or whatever. And so I didn't feel like changing, so I just kept my outfit on, which my outfit was actually pretty simple to me. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty simple. But it was cute. Like I looked cute. Like I wanted to look cute while I was going out to this little women's expo. You know, I just put on a little black with a pop of pink and, you know, did the dang thing. And so afterwards, my sister's like, I need some money. So I decided to go driving, right? And so I go pick up someone's order from a pizza place. Wow, guys. This is not my color. Guys, this is not, is this, like, do you guys think this matches? Let me know. You stop making noise over there. But so, you know, I go get my zhuzh and I decide to, oh, if you cannot see, I'm just taking the tab and then putting it on top of my brush. Not that it's more sanitary, because it's not. I really like a pump. I prefer a pump because a pump is more sanitary, but I guess that was their way of keeping it low price. Mom. So anyway, guys. So I go deliver this pizza. I knock on the door and say, your stuff is here. So I walk away. The guy answers the door and he's like, wait a minute, excuse me. And I'm like, oh shoot, like what did I do wrong? This man was like, oh, this is not my house, but you were just too beautiful. If my hair was down, I would have flicked it. Sir, I know. That's what they call me on the apps. Beautiful. Speaking of them dang dating apps, baby. Everyone likes to say, how you doing, beautiful? What's up, beautiful? I'm just like, I don't even know my name no more. It's not Alyssa. It's not Alyssa Simone. Call me beautiful with 2 L's, period. But anyway, so he's just like, wow, I've just never seen a delivery driver look so pretty. And I'm just like, thank you very much. And I'm like, you know, my makeup was done. My hair was still natural, but it was like done still, you know. And so it's like, I kind of knew I was looking cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was looking put together. And, oh, guys, I kind of like this foundation, actually. It doesn't feel like I'm cakey. We'll see how it holds up, though. I'm going to switch over to my sponge just to get this in the way I would like it. 1 second. So anyway, foundation is like rubbed in as much as it's gonna be. I know this is a powder brush, but I left my kabuki brush in my room and don't feel like going in there to get it. Anyway, so, you know, we get to talking and this man shakes my hand and he's holding onto my hand for 1,000,000 years. And I'm like, sir, not 1,000,000 years. So that color was orange. This one, I don't know the name of the color, but this is what I'm gonna use as my concealer to go underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna shake it just because I had a bad experience with that orange one. So I mean, when I tell you he's holding on to my hand for dear life. You guys gotta hear this, really. So he's holding on to my hand for dear life. He's not letting me go. And you know, he finally asked me for my number because look, I'm like, get to it. I think you're handsome. I'm cool with that. Like, ask me for my number so I can get on with what I'm doing. So like literally 15 minutes. We stayed out there talking for 15 minutes. I found out a lot about him. And I just like, oh my gosh, like this could be a meet cute, like, you know, this could be like, I found a great guy, you know. He turned out to be a dud. He's not a dud for somebody else, but you know how I'm just at a certain age where it's like, I know what my red flags are and I know what my non-negotiables are. And so he might not necessarily, well, he did have a few red flags, but he also had like some non-negotiables for me. And I was just like, there's absolutely no point. Now listen, I entertained it for a little bit, right? Let me take this, why you gotta have good friends. I entertained it for a little bit, but my friend was just like, so, you know, asking me questions about all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm just like, he's trying to take me down the path of unrighteousness, if you know what I'm saying. And she's like, oh, but you're not trying to go down the path of unrighteousness, no? I was like, yeah, no. So she was like, so, and you told him you was gonna reschedule you guys' date? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, why are you rescheduling with the devil? Why are you rescheduling your sin? I said, oh. First of all, did nobody ask you to check me? I did when I asked you to be my friend and hold me accountable for life. But did nobody ask you to gut punch me like you did? Okay? You just gonna say, so why are you trying to reschedule your sin? Honey, blocked him immediately. Because he was such a smooth talker too. Such a smooth little talker. And you know, I'm trying to live for the Lord. Okay? And he just wasn't about to be supporting that. Especially, those were the red flags. Like what he had to say about God's people and stuff like that. I wasn't here for it. So, I had to get rid of him. Now, I'm telling you about 3 men. Okay? I'm telling you about 3 men. So, that was him. So, I had to stop talking to him. I was kind of sad about that because he didn't love the Lord. So honestly, what I find attractive most of the time in men is that they love the Lord. So, let me tell you about this other guy. This is the one I'm mad about. So, I'm on a dating app, right? And I see this guy and I'm like, oh, he's really cute. And so he speaks Christianese on his profile, but there's like no trace of God or Jesus or anything like that, right? So I'm like, and this is what I mean by that. So he said like something about his profile was like, oh, are you living in purpose and da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, that's Christianese. I know that language. Like you hear that language in church. And even though a lot of people, you know, talk about it, well, they'll talk about go after your dreams, your goals, but like purpose specifically, like Purpose Driven Life, written by Rick Warren, you know, like that's like Christianese, Christian talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh man. But I'm like, wow, he's really handsome. But I like what he said on his profile. But honestly, for me, like if you don't love God, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like I need to see a trace of something, you know, on your profile. That's just how I feel. You don't have to feel like that, but that's just how I feel. And so I didn't match with him, right? I didn't say anything. He didn't match with me either, but like I just saw his profile. And so then, I go visit a church. No, so I join a church and then I'm in the choir. So I sing in the choir. It's for choir rehearsal. I see this guy strolling on through and he's one of the musicians. And I'm just like, I know him from somewhere, but I can't put, I'm like, he's clearly one of the guys from the dating app, but I don't know which one it is, right? Go through choir rehearsal, we make eye contact and we're kind of just like, like, you know, our head cocks a little bit, like on the inside for me. I didn't really like cock my head like, but that's what I'm thinking. And so we like, you know, we made eye contact. So it's like, I know you from somewhere. And it's like, I know, I've seen you on these dating apps, but I don't, you know, I don't know what that's about. Here is the loose powder, so I'm gonna set my concealer with, even though it don't look like I have a difference in my concealer. I do not like that. And so, you know, the rehearsal just passes by. So then I go visit another church, right? So I go visit this church, and so I look on their page, and so they end up having a worship page as well. So I've been like leading worship since like 2009, like a worship leader or like on a part of the worship team since 2009 at my 2 different churches that I've been to in California. And so, you know, I'm always interested in worship and, you know, so they have a whole separate worship Instagram for their church, not just a page for the church. It's like their worship team, and where they tell you like, oh, this is what we're worshiping to. And guess I won't be wearing this. Anyway, then I look and they tagged him. And I'm like, hey, that's the guy I saw from rehearsal. That's the guy from, I'm like, musician, because if you know anything about church musicians, they, you know, sometimes they have a bad rap. When it comes to like the ladies, they can just be like regular musicians, rock stars. And so then I'm like, oh, let me just see his page. I click on it, and the first thing that's up there is like Jesus, and then it's like music, and I was just like, oh, he loves them, right? You know, and I know it's just the Instagram, but then I go scrolling down and I'm like, yes, I'm Instagram stalking. Do you guys do that? I'm using my e.l.f. spoolie because I didn't buy a spoolie with this company, but I'm like all the way deep down on his page, and then so I go look like, oh, it's a video where he's talking, and I click on it, and he's like, I want to give you guys my thoughts on this scripture. I said, Lord. I said, oh, he knows him. Like, and I know anybody could preach. What I'm saying is I be so attracted to people, and until I know that there's God living on the inside of them, or there's like a trace of God somewhere, I personally, you maybe have a different faith, but I personally, I just, like, it makes the difference for me. And I was like, oh, he knows him. It wasn't that he was a musician and then I'm a musician as well. It wasn't that, none of that stuff. It was literally, okay, we have some similar interests, you know, this kind of, he knows the Lord, that kind of thing. So I was just like, oh man, God, please, 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 God, like, let him pop up tomorrow, like on my feed. And then like, I want to like shoot my shot at him on the dating app, right? As the good Lord would have it. So the very next day, so this is a brown brush and it has a little smudger on the other side. I'm gonna do my, should I do my eyebrows on camera this time, guys? You know, I get a little weird about it. I can't talk while I do it, so never mind, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We know they might not be even, but whatever. So here we go. So as a good Lord would have it, the man pops up as one of my options. So I'm like, cool, we have similar interests, but I'm freaking out. So I'm like, oh, I saw him at choir rehearsal. My friend's husband used to be really big into the music ministry at the church that I go to. And so I go to their house. I don't drive to their house specifically for this, but when I get there, I show them the man's profile. Like, I just show them the picture. I said, tell me everything you know about this man. Tell me everything you know about him. Like he was Jesus or something. Anyway, but he looked like he had him on the inside. Okay, anyway. So he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Real good dude, real sincere. Alyssa, that's somebody I say you should talk to, like, you know. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I always like to listen to like my friends' spouses that, like, you know, if they're like a good spouse, like about things, just, you know, I just like to bounce ideas about them off the men. And so, oh, I did my eyebrows kind of good this time, because you know I don't know how to do them. And so I was like, okay, cool, like, you know. Then his profile made me be like, oh, we have common interests, but I get so nervous when it's like, wow, this could be a really good fit. Like, okay, are y'all like this? I know what to say. It was like, I don't care about the guy. Like one of these guys on this dating app, I'm just like, hey, stink, you know what I mean? But it's like when someone that you really could be interested in, it's like, I kind of got nervous. Like, what do I say? You know, like I'm no longer afraid of rejection. I'm no longer afraid of shooting my shot as a woman. Like I'm just like in shooting my shot in terms of like letting someone know I'm interested in them. Like I don't have any problem with that anymore. But it was just like, well, what do I say to this guy? Like, what do I say? Like, he just seems like so cool. And not that I'm not, but it's just like, man, you know, my friend vouches for him. And you know, sometimes men be like, nah, I don't even want you to talk to, nah, don't talk to the homie. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, if you vouch for him and you know what kind of woman I am, you know, like what kind of man I need in terms of like someone who really loves the Lord, not someone who's just in the church and you know what I mean? So that's when I'm just like, man, like, what am I gonna do, you know? So, taking a little dewy spray and, oh, hold on. Oh, okay, stand back, Alyssa. So I called my sister. She's not my blood sister, but she's like my big sister in LA. And I'm just like, what do I say? So she gives me what to say, and I'm like, cool, here we go. It's about to start. And this is what you, don't get your hopes up. I shoot my shot, and I just say something like generic, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, oh, he never like messaged me back. Like usually guys message me like right back, you know? So then I told my friend, she's like, so what happened? My friend whose husband was at the church, she's like, what happened? I'm just like, man, he didn't message me back. So she was like, girl, it's late at night. Like he might be still like doing studio work because he works in music. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's true, huh? 2 days go by. 3 days go by. I mean, all the day, 2 months go by. And I'm just like, why is this guy? And then, so mind you, I found him on the, I found him on Instagram, just by happenstance, right? So I'm just like, why does this guy not want, why does my husband, no, but you know how we get sometimes. But I'm just like, why does this dude not want to talk? Like, what's wrong with him? Because it can't be me, right? It can't be me. Like, why does he want to talk to me? Like, so I just get so sad. And like to this day, like, he never responded, never replied. And I was just like, That really sucks. Cause I wish I could like screenshot, but I can't see his profile. Like once you shoot your shot, you can't see the person's profile anymore. But I wish I could show you guys. Like he's so handsome. He's into things that I'm into. So that's like a dating fail that I had. So it's 2 dating fails. Except for, here's the thing. I try not to look at them as like dating fails because and this is what I love to tell my friends, everybody is a no. Because a lot of the time, like, you know, single women, we get discouraged. We're like, oh, there's no good guys out there. Now, I've never said that. I'm not bitter or anything like that. But sometimes we get discouraged. Like, are you kidding me? And, here, I try to tell myself, like, don't get discouraged. Like, just because that was a really good option, that just means your option is still out there, right? It's just like everyone is a no until you find your yes. So it's like, if you're going to be disappointed by the no's, you got to get out the game because everyone's going to be a no until you find your yes. Everyone's going to be someone you just talked to until you find your person, which is what I'm doing. I'm dating with intention. I'm not out here trying to be dating a whole bunch of men, which I didn't. Like, I haven't dated a whole bunch of men in my life anyway. So yeah, so I have to tell y'all about that. That's number 2. And number 2 is a little bit it's disappointing because I haven't been able to find anyone who someone speaks of highly, or, you know, get to know someone who's like on the same wavelength as me, on the same page. And so, then the way that I hear some of the ladies talk about the guys, it is a little discouraging. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little discouraging. But I try not to stay discouraged because I know that everyone's a no until you find your yes. So if that could be of a little comfort to anyone out there, I hope you know everyone is a no until you find yes. Here is this little palette. I think it's so pretty. The yellow is called Blazing. This little color is called Bam Bam. Go Bold Green, Amplify, Poppin'. This color I really like, but I'm just gonna use pinks today. You can see that's the color palette. But these are the colors that are up here. So I think I'm gonna use this color right here and this color right here, and then I'm gonna use this kind of like for my crease color. So yes, honey. Sunny Side. Sunny Side is it's like a orangish. So I'm gonna go in with that in my crease. And I kind of like it. But it's like the closest thing to a brown, so that's why I chose it. There's a lot of kick up, honey. So there's a lot of kick up with this makeup. So if you're not good at controlling kick up, do your eyes first. I just don't know how to do that. I'm not good at controlling kick up, but I just also don't know how to do my eyes first, because when I do my sorry. When I do my foundation, I don't know how to just like not go everywhere. So that's why I do like my eyebrows and all that after my foundation, because I'm a messy person. I'm not good at that. So here's another one of the guys. Are y'all ready for this? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the color Bam Bam. If you hear noise in the background, that's my nephew. They don't like to listen to me when I say I'm filming. Please don't come in. You know how people do you? They don't care nothing about what you got going on. Oh, guys, are you liking it? I'm liking it. Okay, so I went in with Bam Bam, and then I'm gonna go in with that Glow Girl, which is like a shimmer on the inside of my eye. It didn't do too much. Okay, I did it on this one, not on this one. Can you see the difference? I cannot. Okay, so that's as good as it's gonna get. If you know me, you know I'm not good with the eyes, so it is what it is. I'm gonna go in with their eyeliners. I gotta resume the story after the eyeliner, because I think when I get around my eyes, I can't talk. Cause it's like I gotta concentrate because I'm not good at it. Even though I'm not good at makeup in general, then my eyes, honey, is something else. Okay, so I have liner. You can see I'm tearing up. But I have liner on this one and not on this one. Can you kind of see the difference? My liner is not straight. I don't do a very straight liner, and I don't do that winged stuff because it's like I just want a little bit of a pop. I don't want like the dramatics. That's just how I am though. Okay, this is what I will say about the liner. One, it comes in a twin pack, so I like that. But this does go on well, so it glides on well. I don't use like a pomade or anything like that, just because I feel like I don't have a steady hand, so that's too much freedom where I can just really mess up a line. But this goes on really well. So next I'm gonna try their Voluminescent Mascara, Bodybuilding Mascara, Voluminescent. Yeah, Voluminescent, I've never heard of that word. Am I saying that right or wrong? I know voluminous, but I don't know voluminescent. Never heard of her. Mascara in general makes me feel like I have on false eyelashes, but I never wear false eyelashes unless somebody's doing my makeup because I don't know how to do them. And I really feel like mine are long enough to wear, because I like a natural look. Even though I got like this pink on, I like a natural look. So it's just like, you know, a little is fine with me. But what do you guys think? The only thing is I probably need one of those curlers, because like this side just like goes straight. So they look a little longer than this side. But whatever. So there's no highlight. I didn't get a highlighter for this from this company, but I have one of my own. I'll probably just use that. But let's see what it looks like without a highlighter. I'm just gonna go ahead and back in with that pencil that I use for my eyebrows. This is what I do anyway. And I'm gonna line my lips. My face is clean, so it's like, it's all skin. You know what I mean? It's not like it was on my eyes. It was on my eyebrows. Also, I ain't got no lips, guys. I'm going to go in with this color that I got. Actually, I got the color before I got the whole entire makeup line because I was like, oh, I need me a little poppin' 90s pink. You know what I'm saying? And I got it's 5004. It doesn't tell me anything else besides 5004. That's the color. There's no name. But let's see how pigmented it is. Wow. It's not very pigmented, so you have to go over it a few times, but the color is a lot. So when I'm trying out makeup, I'll try out the colors, but I would never wear this and this together. It's too much. It's too much. I would like, if I wore my eyes like this, normally I would do a nude lip. I probably should have just stuck to, no, there's no neutral colors in here. The most neutral color would be that Sunshine one that I used as the transition color. No, so I couldn't have done, If I had maybe just kept that, it still would have looked real summertime-ish, but this is the final look. Okay, this is what I think about the makeup. I'm not fond of the applicator. This feels like it goes on like it's supposed to be full coverage, but I feel like it has to build up a little bit better. Either that or my orange color corrector wasn't working very well, which I felt like I should have shaken that before I started using that. The mascara, love, I think it's fine. The pencils for my eyes and my eyebrows, love, I think they're fine. This concealer, maybe I should have tried a different color because I really don't feel like I feel like I want to like pop out underneath my eyes, like look real bright, and I don't feel like it looks like that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Am I tripping? I don't know. This, honey, you can actually get rose water, okay? You can get water and just spray it on your face. You really don't need no setting spray like that. But I still wanted to try it. And then the loose finishing powder. I don't know, the loose finishing powder is just, it's fine. I just feel like it didn't necessarily add anything to my life. But also, maybe, let's try this. And this might look messed up, but let's try it anyway. Maybe I feel that way because it's like, I did get a darker color in the setting powder, and this could just be like my face powder. Let's see. Yep, I probably should have got a lighter color to set my eyes to make them pop. So that's what it is. The setting, no, because even before I set, I didn't see. Okay. I'm probably gonna use everything in here. But in terms of drugstore makeup, I do not. I won't say I don't recommend, because I'm gonna use everything here. There's nothing in here I'm just like, oh, I don't want to use that. But I still stick with my old faithfuls. I love me some Maybelline foundation, full coverage one. I like Maybelline's concealer, but I also use Pro Concealer, LA Girl Pro Concealer. I use that one as well. And I use Wet n Wild for everything else. Like my eyes, my shimmers, everything like that. I actually don't want to put on a shimmer because I just feel like this is a lot. Honey, I'm drag queening it a little bit. What y'all think? I'll be right back. And here's the final look. Okay, so let me tell you, I did add a little something. My Wet n Wild Heart and Soul palette is just the GOAT, okay? So I use this color right here, if you ever get it. This one right here, I use to kind of like bronze or highlight right up in here. But then I also took a little bit of this lighter pink and I put it like right here. And then I took a little bit of this lighter pink shimmer, because that other shimmer, the shimmer from the Black Radiance palette wasn't shimmering. So, and it still might not be a little bit, but I went ahead and I just got a little bit and I put it on the inside right here. I don't like to go down because I just feel like I don't look good like that, but this is the final makeup look. Guys, I'm actually, I said since I'm real out there and bold, I'm gonna just go ahead and go with the little 90s look, honey, and get some. I actually kind of like the outfit that I got on. You're gonna see, or you either already seen in a video, or you're gonna see. But I said, all right, let me just go ahead and pull my hair half up and put a little swoop so it looked like I did something to my edges when I really didn't. But anyway, oh, also, I know you want to hear about guy number 3, but I mean, we're at the end of the video. Let me know down below. Just add guy number 3 if you want to hear about that guy. I'll see you next time. Oh, never forget, honey, that your face may be beat, but it ain't complete until your smile is what? On fleek.